everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today for Thrifty Thursday and Thrifty Canucks. You can find down below these fun thrift haul collaborations and who they're hosted by in my description box. So I've got an interesting kind of haul today. So this first little bit, it's going to be actually kind of like friend mail, because my girlfriend, she dropped off a couple of bags of things for me the other day on her way to a lavender farm. She was having a lovely day off and she thought of me. So let me show you what she gave me, because I think a lot of it will have, you know, some significance with journaling or creative work. So this book, In the Light of the Moon, 13 Lunar Tales from Around the World Illuminating Life's Mysteries by Carolyn McVicker Edwards. It seems like a really, really fun book, and I'm pretty interested in reading it. So this one's just for reading, but look at that beautiful illustration. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so then the next one is kind of an inspiration book, and it is Children's Rooms, Stockholm. So she is a lovely person who, she's a felter, and she is European, and she sort of imports a lot of cool European things for her business. So I'm guessing that this is where this came from. It, I think, is one of those like Japanese books on a certain style, right? So it's got like lovely pictures of children's rooms from Stockholm and like Japanese text, you know, like the write-up of the book. So in Japan, you can find incredible craft books. They have amazing like sewing books, design books. I, for a while, used to buy them online, and I used to think like, one day I'm just going to travel to Japan and come home with like more books than I'll know what to do with. These days I'm like, no, you will not, because I already have enough books that I know what to do with. So there's that one. And then she gave me this lovely Russian block puzzle. And I'll probably play with this with my kids, but I thought I would show it to you because it's kind of fun. She was a Waldorf mom, and so she's got all this cool stuff that's like very much Waldorf inspired or Montessori inspired kind of. I do a bit of an offshoot of Waldorf in my homeschool. But yeah, like this is a puzzle. So isn't that fun? It's a good like brain teaser for kids. So yeah, and they can create all different like shapes and things with the pieces, and it gives you kind of a guide to, you know, some letters and numbers and animals and a boat and things. So kind of a cute thing. Set that aside. And then she gave me this book called A Stitch and Rhyme, Nursery Rhymes with Embroideries by Belinda Downs. So it's nice because it's nursery rhymes, but all the pictures are embroidered. So that's a really fun way of like looking at nursery rhymes. And then this book is Rapunzel's Supermarket, all about young children and their art. And it's got all sorts of great ideas. And it kind of talks about like how kids express themselves through art and ways to inspire and nurture that. Very nice. And then these books. I'm not going to try to pronounce this because it's not a language that I speak, but it is a beautiful, beautiful book of animals. It's like a board book. Just a little fun board book. And then this book, The Right Start by Jennifer Hallisey, a guide to nurturing writing at every stage from scribbling to forming letters and writing stories. So this is very much up my alley for what I need right now. And then the birthday book, Celebrations for Everyone, this book is just like chock full of fun, seasonal, crafting kind of activities to do with children and teenagers, and it teaches about different holiday type things you can do, for parties and things with kids. So it's kind of fun. It's got a lot of ideas for all sorts of stuff. Okay, this is very, very exciting. This is maybe the most exciting part of the video coming here. So these are textile sample books from Argentina, I think, or Buenos Aires. So I have worked in the fiber industry with my own business and been very textile and fiber centric for a long time. I started Studioloo officially in 2000, and so my friend, she is also she has a fiber business, a really wonderful fiber business in Toronto, and so she's a fine artist. She's got a really great history. She was a painter, and so she's kind of gone from the fine art world where she was very successful to, after kind of the art market crashed in the early 90s kind of, she went into sort of what it was to be more of a maker and a seller, a vendor, those kind of things, not just creating art, but actually selling materials, supplies. So she has curated and, just imports really beautiful things. So this is a book that she had. I don't know where it came from, but it is Tretto Textile, ITS. It has this beautiful label here. It has this big yellowy paper, and look at these cool, here, let me bring this closer. Look at these closures. It's like some kind of crazy duotang with these scalloped circle edges. It's really beautiful. I don't know the story of these. I wish I did. They have a name on them, Pedro J. Holland. Don't know. So this one, first of all, look at this amazing handwriting. So these are all textile samples, and there is a definition sort of for each number of what they are. So, this one is a poplin. I don't speak this language. I guess this is Spanish, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. It's from Buenos Aires. So yeah, pages of this beautiful writing and beautiful textile. This one especially is amazing. Try to flatten that one back down. Yummy. That's a really pretty Swiss dot. That's a really cool woven sort of embossed. These are like a leathery, fuzzy wuzzy. That one's also very fuzzy. That's a wool for sure. 5B or 58. Yeah, wool. And then these are samples. So these are cotton samples. And you can see the little plant neps in there, the little materials, and some silks. And this is, these are silk neps, I think, or potentially, it's hard to say. I'll have to look up what this is in Spanish or whatever language this is. But this is definitely plant-based. Yeah, something de la plata. This is Peruvian. And then we have some more plant-based fibers here. Sisal caraway, I'm not sure. That's jute, formic. Yeah, all different samples. Here's some silk cocoons. It's a little silk cocoon. I have plenty of those. Silk waist. That's silk as well. Stretch silk. All sorts of cool samples. And then these are, so these are basically spin cards that show you the fineness of the wool or whatever's been spun. This one is unbelievably thin. This is like, I would say, a quarter of the weight of a sewing thread or less, maybe an eighth. It's just so fine. Incredible spinning. Beautiful spin cards. Here's one here I can disconnect and bring up close for you. So that one goes up in weight. And they all have the definitions beside them. Another one there. All spin cards. Very cool. This has like sparkly fun things and plaid and boucle, lopey. That's some fun sisal, jute. So that's the first book. There's a second one, and this one, let me move this one. This one is actually the yarn samples. So there are all these little bags of these little yarns and baggies. And they're beautiful. I mean, these ones, look at the color. Can you see those two tiny, look, it's plied so thinly. This is a very minute lace weight. And like these ones I love, this barber pole style, especially the red. I'll use that thread for sure. This is a little bit heavier. This is more of a light fingering weight. And then the same with these barber pole ply. And some beautiful dyed colorways. Rich color. And you know, these are older and the color is just gorgeous. These are so beautifully dyed. So yeah, that's those textile books. And then this book, I was so thankful that she passed me this copy of this book, because I have this book and I love it so much, but I can't find it. It's like lost in my library somewhere. And it's called Sunbread by Elisa Clevin. And I recommend this to every single parent or person who loves to bake bread. It's a book about sunbread, and it's kind of like a tale about, you know, if you've ever read like Stone Soup, it's kind of the same concept that, you know, you have like difficult times and food brings us together. And it's sort of also about solstice. That's at the time, the summer solstice, when you know, you can bake a nice bread and brighten everything up. Winter solstice rather, I'm sorry. And so at the very end of the book, they have the recipe to actually make the sunbread, and it really does look just like this sunbread on the cover. It's adorable, and I've made it with my children a couple of times, and now that I can find a copy of my book, I will make it again. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm going to put these off to the side. So those were all my freebie kind of, my gifts from my friend. Things that I got from my friend, and I will put those over here. Okay. Now this is like my thrift haul that I did. Oops. This is the stuff that I got. So let me start with the bottom. So first there was just this cool piece of really bright purple lace, and I don't know what has happened to it, if it's been sun bleached a little bit, but I love the contrast of like the slightly purpley, like more bluer purple to the red purple. Like, I don't know. I think it looks like sun bleaching to me. And it was $2 for this big piece. And it's it's a lace fabric, right? So yeah, it's really pretty. I love the color of that. I don't think I have anything that color. And then I found this game called 5 Crowns, and I got it for the cards. They're just these cool, they're just fun cards that have all different you know, little characters and suits and things. They're stars, and yeah, they're just fun. So I think I'll just probably keep the cards, and I'll forego the packaging, put that in my card box. I definitely did not win the same card lottery that my lovely friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot did with her 24 karat gold playing cards. Oh my gosh, I freaked out when I saw those, Mary Ellen. They're beautiful. I'm so glad you found them. You deserve to find them because I know you love cards. Then I found this book, Mark Seaworth, People's Edition. Look at this embossing. Isn't this a pretty book? And the spine too. It's got a little bit of like water smudginess on the back, but nothing too bad. And look at these lovely end papers and this beautiful 1889 writing inside. Christmas of 1889. Best wishes for a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So if it was gifted in 1889, I guess it's older than that, but it does not have a date because, you know, sometimes these turn of the century books just didn't have dates inside them. Look how worn, or like how yellow these pages are. Oh my goodness, they're so patina. Yeah, but yeah, it's a beautiful book. Then I found this, and I'm excited, a Disney Roger Rabbit book, because this can go into my 80s and 90s ephemera stash that I'm making here for my retro journals. So it's just like, you know, the book from the film, and I needed a few more of these aesthetic kind of books to go with the things like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and that kind of thing. So this book's from 1990. Okay, and then I found Lucy Atwell's Annual. It's really cute. Now I got two of these, but this one has been written in a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I love the nice big words too. What I got this one for, even though it's been colored in, mainly is these little gnomey type creatures, these little pixies, fairies, what have you. I just adore the illustrations in this book. I think it's beautiful. So here we have a little girl who's been colored here. There's a few pages like that where they've done, I mean, this I would still use, to be honest. It's beautifully colored. It's so cute. Like, some of it isn't, like some of it's a little worse, but I saw this back page with this and I said, I need to get this book. Oh my gosh. Also I love the black and yellow. I love the monochromatic pages. Look at those little stitching squirrels. And you know, these were coloring books, right? In part as well, so it's okay. The little one's allowed to color in it. And it's not too many pages. It's actually mainly just the coloring pages that are colored, I think. Few of these are colored. That one's colored for sure. But what is the date on this book? This is from 1974. And then this one, also the bumper book of fun, is another Lucy Atwell. And again, just beautiful monochromatic illustration. These frogs, how cute. The elf who had chilblains. What's chilblains? Something that happens on the tip of the ears, apparently. Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. The pixie had to laugh, but said as sternly as he was able, "Not nasty old glue. It is naughty Pimple for taking it." Pimple knew that he had been very naughty. His name is Pimple, the little kid? Come on. Oh, they're so cute. Look at that. So cute. Okay. So then I found these. These were free. So there's a third one somewhere. I'll probably get to it. the clown around. So Get Well Clown Around, the clown arounds. So these are also retro books, which is why I got them. They're good for my 80s, 90s books. These ones are from, do we have a date? Do we have a date? 1981. So they have these clowns. They're very cute. I remember these when I was a kid, seeing these books. So those will go into my stash. Okay, and then this one is Bumblebee, Bumblebee, Do You Know Me? A garden guessing game. And it's quite cute. It is. So it has sort of this like bug, and it's asking, you know, do you know what the flower is? And then it has the flower on the other side. So I thought that was a cute little book with just a few simple pages that I could definitely use. It's very sweet. And I love the sunflower. And that book is 2000. And then Autumn Leaves by Ken Robbins. This one is just pretty for fussy cutting as well. It's got lots of lovely leaves in it. And some trees. But mostly just lovely, beautiful leaves. The smoke tree, one of my favorite plants. The birch, ginkgo, linden. I have a linden tree in my yard. Sassafras, sweet gum, hickory, red oak, fernleaf beech, cherry, dogwood, the worst smelling tree in the world, yellow poplar. Although yellow poplar leaves look, yeah, like a tulip tree. I was going to say they look just like a tulip tree. Maple. Yeah, so super cute book. And there's that other Clown Arounds book. The Clown Arounds Go on Vacation. Same kind of thing. So let me move these. Okay, then all this stuff is, what is this from? Oh yeah, okay. So this is all from my I think. Oh no, okay, so these come from another thrift store that I go to. This is the Eaton's Spring and Summer 1927 catalog, and it's the authentic one. It's not a reprint like a lot of them are, I believe. Yep. No, I'm sorry, it is. It is 1971, so it is still old, but it is not 1927, it is 1971. But it's so nice. Like, look at this. Beautiful. All sorts of things going on. I have some original old catalogs, and I have a couple of different reprints. The other ones that I have are Sears Roebuck. This one is not Sears Roebuck. So it's a little bit different. It is Eaton's. If you're familiar, if you're not familiar with the Eaton's family, we have a mall called the Eaton Center, and Eaton's used to be like a big kind of shopping like everything store, but it's not really the same as it once was. So then this book, Life is Forever, Helen Steiner Rice. So these books, I love this green cover, but these books always have really nice illustrations in them. They're usually mostly like religious or inspirational writing and poetry, but some of them aren't. Like, so if you're not into, like, I'm not personally into religious writing, but some things aren't, and you can often do verses that you can cut out too, but the illustrations inside these books are usually very, very nice. Like, I really like these. There seems to be a lot of death related things in this one for some reason. But I know there's like books. There's one that's called like Somebody Loves You, and there's like Someone Cares. Like it's meant to be kind of like, this might be like a grieving book potentially. There's all different sort of subjects that Helen Steiner Rice did. I don't know a lot about her personally. I won't proclaim to be an expert, but I do see her books very often. Then I found this. It's a roll of iron-on vinyl, and it's iridescent. So I'll show it to you. See how pearly it is? It's really pretty. I don't have a lot of iron-on vinyl. I don't have a Cricut, but I know that you don't need to have one to use this stuff. So let me unroll a little bit of it to show you the inside. It's like very unicorny. So that's exciting. Okay, you want to see my trick, what happened to me this week? So I saw this box of cards. Beautiful, right? Amazing. Monet Gallery Summer, made in Austria by Piatnik. I love when I find these gold boxes of cards, and I thought, how beautiful. Now I always look in card boxes, but I did not this time, and bum bum bum, it's not those cards, it's these cards. But I mean, I don't hate these. I think they're fine. They're not as cool as the other ones, but these are the two patterns. They're also vintage. There is a card in here somewhere that tells me about them. Congress Designer Series. There was one that had a date on it. I can't recall what it was, but yeah, they're from Cincinnati, Ohio. But yeah, I mean, they're cute, but they're not as pretty as those artsy ones. But I will be fine. I'll use this for something. Anyways, I love the gold boxes too. They're so pretty. Okay, so let's just set those little trickies over here. And I did find another set of cards. These ones, I can see what they are. I made a more informed decision this time. And they're from Sherbrooke, Quebec. And they're really beautiful birds. Two patterns. Here's the pink and the green. And they're really lovely cards. So those ones made me very happy. Okay. And next I found Poems to Read to the Very Young. I always buy Eloise Wilkin illustration when I see it, and she is just an incredible illustrator. So I had to pick this up. It's so cute. And children's books are 50 cents at this shop, so you can't go wrong with picking up Eloise Wilkin for that price. And it's got lots of sweet little poems and things. Next is this beautiful book, George Clifford's Loss and Gain, with these poppies, and I love how this book is weathered. That spine's amazing. So yeah, I will make a journal from this, and I will seal the whole thing. Oh, look at that. Prize awarded to David Cathro for regular attendance. 1906. Primitive Methodist Sabbath School of Parkhead. Oh, that's beautiful. I will set that aside. It's beautiful. And yeah, there's some nice illustration in this book, little headers and things. So yeah, they used to give out books in schools and churches and things for, you know, awards. So it's a nice book. And then super excited to find these because I'm really into transfers right now. Rub-ons. I found a bunch of rub-ons. These ones are hooked together. So this is Dover Design Works, and there's 2 sheets and a burnishing stick. And these are like stained glass windows. I don't know how old these are or if you can still get them. It's from Dover Publications from Mineola, New York. I really like them though. And then I found this one. This has like, I guess, a couple of sheets. Oh wow, these are pretty. Hold on. Let's take them out and show them to you. The Look at the tree and the leaves. Of course, I just finished these like tree journals. So these are Sandy Lion. I'm guessing these are stickers. Yeah, these are just stickers, but they're really nice. I'll just put them in my ephemera over here. And then 2 more of these rub-on transfers, so these 3 are the same. And I grabbed them all because I'm a greedy Gus when it comes to those kind of things. I mean, I love finding the older ones. Oh, here we go. So this is 2008. I love finding older rub-ons because, like, you're not going to find them really, you know, especially if they're from White Rose. And then I found this, In a Dark Garden, and I love the title. And I thought it would be a fun journal, a fun book to make a journal from. Also love the paper. It's got that nice hacked up, you know, edging. And then this beautiful book. This is The Man of the Forest. It's a Zane Grey. It's got a nice deep emboss on it, and I love the front. It's amazing. Inside, just these lovely little pages. No pictures or anything. Nice quality of paper though. And then this book, Philippa, and I love it. It's just beautiful. It also needs to be sealed. It's just so pretty. Mrs. Molesworth. It's got like almost a mossy feel to it. You know, this would make a nice journal about like women and mosses or something. Moss. Oh, look, it's another School Board of Glasgow. Prize to Annie Edgar. That's not going to come off, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually separate it from the book because I want to do something with it. Okay. We'll give it back to the book probably, but not until after I have taken both of these and scanned them. So this book does have some illustrations in them. They're black and white. And the paper is just amazing. This book really wants to escape its spine. I can feel it just going like, me out of my spine. Next is General Science. This little book. And I liked this book just because it has some fun little sciencey stuff in it, but also because it was free. It was sitting on the, there's like a little shelf of books that are free on the outside of the store, and I just picked it up because I was like, oh, it's a nice old book. Also, I love Nancy Butchman. Her nickname is Butch. Like, come on. So, yeah. Then my one last thing here is this, and it's just some flat glass marbles. So I got the, sorry, I just had to change batteries. I've been talking for too long. So yeah, it's just these flat marbles, and I used these for a recent project that I did as part of fodder school. And yeah, I think I shared it on my Instagram, but these are really good for if you're doing like something, you know, like on the cover of a book, or you're doing something you're putting in a frame. They're nice because look, they magnify, right? They magnify whatever you put under them. So if we wanted to magnify the word love right there, we could. So yeah, they're kind of fun. I wouldn't probably put them inside a journal. I don't know, maybe I would. Some of them are quite flat, but yeah, that's what I did with those. So that is it for my thrift haul. So thank you for hanging out with me, and until next time, may the thrifting fairies be with you. Bye for now.